the early race for Golden Boot, which is already kicked off with Messi scoring a hat-trick for Argentina
Yeah.
and Mbappé scoring 2 in the end for France against Senegal in their win, Kane getting 2 and Haaland also getting 2. All of the big striker name or forward names delivered and their teams won. So, yeah, it's also a great talking point and sets it up brilliantly for like a high-scoring World Cup if they're competing for the Golden Boot.
Absolutely. There's a few contenders. So you got Messi. Messi, obviously, as you said, scored that hat trick against Argentina in Argentina's 3-0 win over Algeria. Also, he equaled Miroslav Klose's World Cup goals record.
How many?
16. He scored 16 goals. Obviously, he's going to overtake that for the rest of the tournament. Mbappe is not far behind. He's on 14. So they're going to be in
Kane's on 10.
Kane's on 10, yeah. So again, it's not unachievable to have a new top goal scorer this World Cup. Obviously, Lionel Messi, Mbappe are the two front runners, but Kane not too far behind, man. So Messi, in terms of the Golden Boot, then, what do you reckon? Is he doing the final dance thing again, or are we just kind of falling for this script? Yeah, okay, he did just do a hat trick. Was it? It wasn't against like a crazy team, you know?
I don't know. Argentina looked pretty good, and I've seen all these videos of him, like the aura walk. I don't know if you've seen these where he like walks out first, and all the players wait for him, and he's their leader. It's his last World Cup. They believe in him. There's absolute belief in that squad. They're the reigning champions. Messi started with a hat trick, so look, it looks good for them. I don't know whether it's so hard to win it twice in a row, and not many teams have ever done it. I think it hasn't happened for a long time. So it's very difficult. But yeah, of course they could do it. They're in the top 5 favorites, I'd say, along with France, England. I would have said Spain, but they had a poor start, obviously, and a couple others. So yeah, we'll see. Like brilliant start. Obviously, even surpassed expectations to get a hat trick. I'll wait to see a few more games from them to decide whether they're pretenders they're contenders, but whether they're going to be really making the final.
100%. And that's why I think Mbappe probably has just that slight edge on it, because I think he's probably the safest Golden Boot pick, just because France, I think, will go very deep into the competition. And he's only 2 goals behind Messi right now. Although I would have to say he didn't play great in that first half.
Mbappe,
He was a bit flat, man.
very much so. He came alive second half, and it's he must have made a similar run 3 or 4 times where he was in between one of the centre backs and the fullback in that little channel, and it wasn't much of a gap, but the ball got played through. And even in the second half, I think he had 2 like one-on-ones that were saved before he then scored the 2 goals. So he had loads of chances, and he'll obviously continue to get chances, but that was all in the second half. So maybe, they just took a half to get going, like similar to England in terms of not being fully in rhythm. But once he comes alive, I think he's Mbappe's more of a moment player. Messi can control a game and get other people involved. And yes, he can have the moments as well. But Mbappe just feels like that pure power and pace, and once he gets in the box, he takes it past and scores, but he won't necessarily see him in the build up or see him bringing in so many others into play. So the way he plays sets himself up to be the main man and to score the goals. Whereas even though Messi did that, I think he can do the other things as well. So yeah, again, it's interesting. We'll see. Then the other one is Haaland, though. The only thing with Haaland is that he looked really good and he looks strong and powerful.
He's terrifying.
He is.
Imagine that running at you. You'd be like, no, just take it. Have the ball.
Take it. Score a hat-trick. It's terrifying. But the only question for him in the Golden Boot is, will Norway go far enough to give him enough games, right, to score?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's his first ever World Cup goal for Norway, isn't it?
First World Cup, so yeah.
Yeah. And he's already got 2 on the board. It won't take him long to catch up if his Premier League record's anything to go by.
Exactly, and he's 24, so he's got at least another, like this one and 2 more World Cups, right? He'd be 32. So if he gets 18, easy for him, potentially. It just depends if Norway can keep him there,
Can keep going, yeah. But 4-1 against Iraq, great result.
Yeah.
Who are they playing next, do you know?
Norway have Senegal, which will be tougher.
Mm.
So obviously Senegal lost 3-1 to France, but they were competitive for a lot of the game. Very, very good team, right? And so that will be tough. I could see that being a draw. You haven't got Senegal, have you? No one's got Senegal. No. So we'll see. That'll be tough. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. Whereas France have got Iraq, so that could be it could be a handful of goals even from Mbappe.
Yeah. And obviously, let's put Kane in the race as well. Why not? Scored twice.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Ronaldo. Let's talk about Ronaldo.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I mean, are you surprised? Are you actually surprised?
A little bit. I'm surprised at just how bad he was, to be honest. To draw 1-1 with DR Congo,
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with DR Congo.
he only had one shot on target. One. It's Ronaldo, bro. What the fuck?
41 or 42, isn't he?
Yeah, there's no excuse. He's got like his workout regime. He looks like he's 30.
That's true. Yeah, and I look like I'm 41 and I'm 30.
And it's his last World Cup, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There was no excuse for how bad he played. He actually played really, really bad. It looked like he wasn't there. He was like checked out. Yeah, most of the time, he wasn't making runs. He wasn't making plays. He's just fucking diddy daddling.
I just think that he's just not that good anymore. He's dropped. Level has dropped. Obviously, he's still good. Father time and playing in Saudi Arabia, like Messi's still playing. Okay, it's the MLS, but he's a bit younger and the level in the MLS is better than Saudi. And like I watched some highlights of him in Saudi, and he doesn't need to run that hard. Yes, he's got his training regime still, but coming then to play international football where it's half a step quicker and you've lost half a step, just think that catches up. The other thing is you mentioned like he wasn't there. Portugal would have been better if he wasn't there. If you literally put me there, okay, that's a bit much. If you put another Portuguese player off the bench in, think there was one opportunity where it kind of perfectly encapsulated that, where they cut it back, right, and he was in the box, and it was like behind him, and he took it away from the guy who was about to score behind him, and who had a much better chance. Instead, he took it and put it wide, and I was like, that's classic Ronaldo, like thinking he needs to do it. Whereas if he wants his team to win, he needs to either take a step back, realize there's other players around him. He doesn't need to do it all. But that's the problem for the manager as well, right? I mean, it's too late. He should have done it before the tournament, had a word with him. But how can you leave out Ronaldo, the cause that will cause in the dressing room? I just think that's going to be Portugal's downfall again. But it's Ronaldo, and so if he scored a hat-trick next game, also wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. It all would be forgiven, and the first game would just be taken out of history. It'd just be unwritten. That'd be it.
What about
Congo? Yeah, I reckon Congo's got a chance. But one other player we could throw into the mix, Jonathan David for Canada.
Yeah?
He's already got 3 goals.
Wow, 3 is it?
Yeah, Canada's flying.
Canada absolutely spanked whoever it was, didn't they?
Yeah.
Is it Qatar?
It was Qatar, yeah, and then they all kicked off at the end, started fighting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a red cards flying around.
And a leg break. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
His leg was like
no, it's horrible. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that was awful for the guy though. And the Qatar player was like distraught. Did you see him?
yeah. Literally like holding his head like, oh, what have I done?
I know. It actually like awful, obviously, and it didn't look like the worst challenge. I think it was unlucky the way he caught him and fell. It didn't look like a classic, leg break challenge. But yeah, awful to see. And yeah, maybe that sort of thing sometimes can bring a country together. They're like playing for him now. They're hosting and they got the win. So Canada could do well. All the host nations, right? All the host nations have started excellently well. Mexico, yes, it was only 1-0, but 2 wins out of 2. Cannot complain. USA looked pretty good again, if not very good. And Canada got their first win, so they're on 4 points and now looking to top the group. So yeah, I think we predicted that, right? We thought the host nations would do well, but maybe we didn't think they'd do this well.
Right. And to be the first 2 teams to go through, Mexico and US.
Well, that's because they play first, but yeah.
Yeah, but if they lost, they wouldn't have been the first 2 to go through.
True.
But yeah, I'm happy for them. It's good because it keeps the country alive and invested into the World Cup. Because for a fact, as soon as USA get kicked out of the competition, it's going to be like, we don't really like soccer anyway. It's going to be, they're just going to stop giving a fuck about it. But I just love all the American games because when that national anthem's going on, like the latest one against Australia, there's just like 6 Apache helicopters come flying across.
Only for them.
Yeah. It's so unnecessary.
So unnecessary, yeah.
Yeah, but a B-52 bomber that's cost fucking $4.7 trillion to make, just flying across. Yeah.
I know. It's a bit much, isn't it? But it's the US. So.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
So I'd say for the Golden Boot, then I would say the safe pick, to be honest, would be Mbappe, in my opinion, because France should go further than anyone else in the competition. I think my kind of narrative, World Cup narrative pick, you give it to Messi, is the football god and clearly is still playing as good as he's ever done. And it was probably his last World Cup as well. Why not give it to Messi? As an England fan, I'll choose Kane, obviously. And who knows, maybe if Norway does go all the way, Holland could be in with a shout.
Haaland as opposed to Holland and the nation you're wearing.
Yeah, well, that's the Netherlands. Depends who you're talking to, Holland or the Netherlands.
Yeah. Okay, so if you had to, well, we should have done this beforehand. We should have done predictions beforehand. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think, which if any of those teams get to the final, it will be one of those players we mentioned. I just think that extra game will do it. I think it could be Kane. He won it in 2018. If England get to the final, he'll have scored lots of goals to get us there. He's just not as prolific as the others. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Harry Kane to win his second Golden Boot. Actually, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like it. I like the energy. Come on,
Come on.
Harry Kane.